Because what food media needs right now is another white guy who doesn't know what he's doing. My name's Matt, and I'll be the first to say, I'm not a very good cook. I'm also not very good at food photography or video editing, as you can probably already tell. But what I am good at is saving money. What I want to do is show different recipes and how you can make them cheaper. Save some money while still making sure that you have a high quality meal. Actually, it's not even a YouTube cooking show unless you Abraham, hold on. So yeah, what I plan to do is cook recipes a few different ways with different level of quality of ingredients and see what you can skimp on. This is balding on a budget. So we're going to start things off with what's become a quarantine staple. A lot of my friends are making Dan Pelosi, at Grossypelosi on Instagram, his vodka sauce. Super easy to make. I'm saying that based on hearsay because I've never made it before. You can save money on pasta, you can save money on vodka, you can save money in a lot of places. And we're going to see which ingredients you can buy cheaply and still have a good result at the end of the day. I've got the ingredients here behind me, and we're going to make this 3 different ways.
For the regular recipe, we'll be working with some standard boxed pasta, some brand name tomato paste, a block of Parmesan cheese, fresh garlic, nice enough butter, heavy cream, and vodka. Now before you say, hey, aren't you stealing the Binging with Babish camera angle? Let me just remind you that I don't know what I'm doing, and at least I'm not giving you the Joshua Weissman shot. The less expensive version of the recipe, we're going with the same pasta and vodka, but pre-minced garlic, store-brand tomato paste, grated Parmesan and cheaper butter, and since we don't have heavy cream, apparently you can mix butter with milk. I don't really know about that one. For the more expensive version, we're changing the pasta but keeping the same tomato paste, cheese, garlic, and cream as the original with a nicer butter and a nicer vodka. Begin by boiling some water and salting it heavily. I know y'all already watch other YouTube cooking channels, you know to do that.
Now you may say, Matt, why should I let you tell me how to cook for cheaply? What do you know about different ingredients? To which I would say, pretty much nothing. I'm using the wrong brand of kosher salt, so there's no reason you should listen to me. You could change that, Ben Jacobson. Hit me up.
Once the water's reached a boil, add the pasta and give it a stir with your most aerodynamic wooden spoon. Don't allow the music you're listening to distract you from the fact that you need to add the other box of pasta. And when they're both done, give them a drain and begin working on the sauce. First step first is to make that very inappropriate heavy cream substitute, which again, I don't really know about this one. Begin melting your butter over medium heat, of which you should only have 1 type, not 3, because you're sensible. Be sensible and add red pepper flakes and the right amount of olive oil, and make sure to get a cameo from your sous chef in the process. After a few seconds, add in your multiple types of garlic. And this is the part of the recipe where you whisk it and completely forget to add the tomato paste, moving straight ahead to the heavy cream step in absolute defiance of the recipe and everything that it stands for. Seriously, don't be like me and add the tomato paste and whisk before adding the cream. Otherwise, you'll just have hot, buttery cream like I did. Looks like someone finally realized that you can't, quote, whisk until darkened unless you've actually added tomato paste. Frantically open all your tomato paste options and add them to the cream, whisking frequently until their color begins to darken. Sing a song and call a friend for emotional support.
I f***ed up. I f***ed up. I'm making a mess and I f***ed up. When is the color supposed to start darkening? I forgot to put the f***ing tomato paste in.
Yeah, that's like the first thing. First of all, haven't you seen like all the videos of people pouring the cream into the red?
No, I f***ed it up.
I don't know how you did that. That was the easiest thing in the world. This is the easiest. It's like literally my go-to thing to make, but it's impossible to mess up. Like I never worried.
Once the sauce is darkened, add vodka and whisk for 5 minutes until the alcohol's cooked out before adding the pasta and the pasta water, which you saved, right?
Yeah, I don't want to because he doesn't be insulted.
Oh, he will be. Sorry, Dan.
The sauce.
Maybe that's what I should call this show.
The 2020. The 2020
The
version.
2020 version of Grossypelosi's vodka sauce.
Just like everything else in 2020. It's gone to shit.
Once on a plate, top with variable levels of cheese and enjoy. Take in a beautiful and delicious recipe that apparently not even I can screw up. After getting the glamour shot, take your first bite, starting with the original recipe.
Holy shit. Oh my god, that's really good. Oh my god. Alright, so let's try the more expensive version. Oh, whoa. The chew of the pasta is definitely better. The more expensive pasta makes a difference here. That being said, I don't think the really expensive vodka does anything. The sauce is really good, but the only difference is the tomato, and I think that this one just got cooked better. All right, the cheap one. Not optimistic about this one, honestly. It's definitely not as creamy, which I think is due to the lack of heavy cream, but it's really good. They're all really good. I was hoping I could come up with something, definitive to say for the first episode. Okay, so final thoughts. First things first, don't f up the recipe. For me, my favorite is the original. I don't think the expensive vodka brought anything to the party. Butter difference wasn't noticeable to me, at least. But the pasta in the more expensive version was definitely better. Mouthfeel. So if you're gonna splurge on an ingredient, I would say make it the pasta, which makes sense. It's a pasta dish. I would not go for the omission of heavy cream. I think it's pretty essential. As far as the freshly grated cheese goes, if you wanna buy the pre-grated stuff, go for it. I think it's totally fine. Go cheap on that, go cheap on the vodka, go cheap on the tomato paste. They were all great. There's no reason to buy the more expensive one when they all tasted pretty good across the board. So yeah, overall I'd go cheap tomato paste, cheap cheese, cheap to medium butter, definitely heavy cream, definitely nice pasta. But then again, I f***ed up the recipe. Sorry, Grossypelosi. You can hit the subscribe button if you want. Help me chase down that sweet, sweet Squarespace sponsorship. Figure there's no better way to end this off than to punish myself for my mistakes with some expensive vodka in the fanciest glass I could find. Cheers. This has been Balling on a Budget.